Hi, I'm Bob. I used to be a business owner who happened to be a Christian. I wasn't the owner of a Christian business. There is a difference. For the first 5 years that I ran this company, I really did zero ministry. I tithed, but I didn't do anything to make the business a Christian business. And I had tons of excuses. If I got a customer angry, I didn't want to reflect badly on Christ. I didn't want that customer to hate me and my Savior, right? I didn't want to give my reputation to him. Sometimes I have to fire people. How's that going to go? I want to witness to somebody one day and then have to fire them the next because they're not performing. So again, lots of excuses for why I didn't want to wear the cross on my sleeve, right? And be very bold about my faith. I also didn't want to make it look to people like I was trying to use the cross to make sales. Everybody has that experience of somebody who talks on and on about how Christian they are, but then they stab you in the back. And I didn't want that to happen. I didn't want people to smell that on me. But these were all just excuses. I was just making excuses for not doing what I know I needed to do. And the business itself was going okay. I was 5 years in, my business was growing, it had gotten pretty big, but it really wasn't profitable. I had lots of problems, like business problems, that I would avoid because I didn't have easy answers to them. And so I let these problems kind of fester. It seemed like I was always fighting one problem after the other, and I just couldn't get ahead of it. When I solved one issue, there was another one there waiting for me. And then 2 years ago, I met a neighbor, and he owned a business as well. He owns a big card processing company, and he knew I owned a business, and our kids played basketball together. And he just said, "Hey, have you ever heard of C12?" And I had never heard of C12. And he said that C12 is basically a group that puts you together with 12 other Christian business owners who are all trying, and this is they're saying, to build great businesses for a greater purpose. It's not a Bible study. I've been in CBMC, which is great, but it's really a Bible study with just people from business. This isn't that. It's not a Bible study, although it is biblical. It's not a leads group, so it's nothing like a BNI group where we're trying to sell each other. There's zero of that in this group at all. It's really an accountability group. It's a bunch of guys who are trying to go the same place. We're all trying to do it, and some of us are further along than others, but we're all very open to holding each other accountable, to challenging each other. In this group, there is a saying, no margin, no mission. Our job as interim CEOs of these companies that God has entrusted to us for a brief time, our job is to grow these businesses as big as possible, as profitably as possible, so that we can maximize the kingdom impact we have with our employees, with our customers, and with our suppliers. Like, we have a huge influence if you think about all the people we touch as their boss, as their customer, and as their provider. And so we got to maximize that impact, grow. In just 2 years at C12, my business has doubled in sales. I've grown to almost 300 employees. So we've created a ton of jobs, for one thing. And that's through, again, the wise counsel of our chair and of my fellow CEOs. I lead a Bible study with my employees. Probably 25 people show up every Tuesday morning to my Bible study. I have teams of my employees all over the Philippines that go into orphanages every week to bring food, to celebrate birthdays with the kids, to share the gospel. I've stopped making excuses for why I wasn't putting Christ first in my business. And I stopped being a business owner who just happened to be Christian and started being the interim owner of a Christian company, a company with a much bigger mission than our basic business mission. If you're a good fit for C12, you'll hear what I'm saying and you'll think, that's me. I need to honor Christ with my whole business, and I'm just not doing it. And if that's you, if you're ready to make your business a Christian business, then do me a favor, reply to this email, and me and a couple of my fellow CEOs are going to take you to breakfast this week. We'd just like to chat with you, see where you're at, and see if C12 might be a good fit for you. Thank you so much for listening, and hope to meet you soon.